Hello. Come to your mat. Meet me an easy seat. Take a minute to connect with the breath here. In yoga, balance isn't just about fun and fancy poses. It's about getting to know our center of gravity and how to align ourselves. And most importantly, improving the function of our equilibrium receptors and the basic yogic principle of grounding. Begin to activate your Ujjayi Pranayama, your victorious breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose with a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Going to begin with some 3-part breathing. Bring your hands to your belly. As you inhale, the belly goes out. As you exhale, the belly comes in towards the spine. The belly breathing activates the abdominal organs and the lower part of our lungs. Next is the chest breathing. Hook your thumbs inside your armpits, fingers will graze each other in front of your chest. As you inhale, draw the elbows and the shoulder blades back together. As you exhale, the fingers will come back together in front of your chest. The chest breathing expands the chest and the center of our lungs. Come back to center, move into shoulder breathing. Bring the hands to rest on top of your shoulders, elbows parallel to the floor. Inhale, bring the elbows up, arms frame your face. Exhale, the elbows come back down parallel to the floor. As you inhale, really fill up the lungs. The shoulder breathing extends the oxygen all the way to the upper lobe of our lungs. You should be really starting to warm up now. Bring your hands down to rest on your knees, easy seat. Moving into some seated cat-cows. Inhale, lead with the chest, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, round the spine, draw the chin towards your chest, cat spine. Continue this a couple more times with your own breath. Back to an easy seat. Ground down through your sit bones. Inhale the arms up. As you exhale, cross the right arm in front of your body. Use the left arm to pull yourself deeper into the stretch. Gaze can go over that right shoulder. Release the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, switch sides. We do both sides to keep balance in our bodies. Release the arms back up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, cactus your arms, lead with the chest, angel wings. Really feel expansive across the collarbones. Inhale the arms back up, reach up. As you exhale, cactus the arms, lead with the chest again. One more time, reach tall. Angel wings. Really feel expansive across your collarbones. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, fold forward, release everything down. As you inhale, slowly begin to rise back up to an easy seat. tabletop, checking your alignment. Hands are directly below the shoulders. Hips are above the knees. There's about a fist distance between your chin and your chest. Gaze is down. Feel grounded here. Inhale, eyes and tail rise high, cow spine. Exhale, firmly press into the hands, round the spine, bring the chin towards the chest, cat. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale, cat. Do this one more time with your own breath. As you come back to tabletop, check your alignment here. Turn your hands so that your fingers are pointing towards your knees. Begin to lean back, bringing the weight more into your fingertips. Feeling a nice stretch in the wrists here. Release back to tabletop. Extend the right leg straight behind you, keeping the toes on the mat. Begin to press back into your heel, feeling a nice calf stretch. Lift your toes up off the mat, cross your foot over the body, put it down, look over your left shoulder. Feel a nice stretch here in the hip, the IT band, and the thighs. Release. Extend the left leg straight behind you, keeping the toes on the mat. Firmly press into the heel, stretching the calf on the second side. Pick the toes up, cross over your body. Look over the right shoulder this time. Feeling a nice stretch here in the hips. As you release, come back to tabletop. Again, checking your alignment here. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees about an inch above the mat. Hold here. Beast. Keeping the core engaged, hoist your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedaling out the knees here. Maybe swaying your hips from side to side, checking your alignment. We want to be an inverted V here. Really shine your sit bones up towards the sky. Firmly press into the hands. Your knees are soft. It's okay if the heels don't touch. Inhale the right leg high, keeping the hips square here. Three-legged dog. Open up, half scorpion. Bring that right foot to your left glute. Maybe make circles with your ankle, big circles with the knee. Just finding fluidity here. Inhale, bring that right leg back up to the sky. Exhale it down to meet the left. Inhale the left leg back up to the sky. Reach it tall, three-legged dog. Open up, half scorpion. Remember, yoga's all about balance. Whatever you do on the first side, you have to do on the second side. Inhale that left leg back up to the sky. Bring it back down to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Check your alignment here. Make sure the knees are soft. Firmly press into the hands. Shine your sit bones up towards the sky. Shift the weight into the left side. The right hand's gonna reach back for your left ankle, twisting our dog here. Your gaze is gonna go up under your armpit. Release, coming back to downward facing dog. Put your weight to the right this time. Left hand grabs the right ankle, twisting our dog in the opposite direction. Remember, the gaze is up under your armpit. As you release, come back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees deeply, look to the top of your mat, walk to the top of your mat. Heel toe your feet out about a hip distance, that's the length of a dollar bill or 2 fists. Grab for opposite elbows, bending your knees, relax your head and neck down for ragdoll pose. Taking some big breaths in and out here. If it feels good, maybe nod your head yes, maybe shake your head no, maybe sway from side to side. Make circles with your shoulders, letting go of any leftover tension you might have in the neck and the upper back. Feeling a nice decompression in the spine here. Release your hands down to the mat. Heel toe your feet back together, big toes touching, little space between your ankles. Inhale, halfway lift up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, release down. Drop your hips, circle sweep the arms up, upward salute. Bring your hands to high prayer, release them down to heart center, namaskar. Life is a balance between what we can control and what we cannot. Yoga helps us learn to live between the effort and to surrender. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, fold forward, release down. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Hands are directly underneath of the shoulders, tailbone is slightly tucked. There's one long line of energy from your crown to your heels. Drop your knees down for modified chaturanga. Lower down, chin, chest, then belly. Inhale to baby cobra. Tops of the feet are on the mat, palms are light, your neck is long. Firmly press into your hands, push up to plank pose. Hold steady here. Hoist your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the heels high, exhale the knees low. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, release down again. Drop your hips, Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms frame your face, the weight is in the heels. When you look down, you should be able to see your toes. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can bring your arms parallel to the ground or into heart center namaskar. Sit a little bit deeper for me. Release down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, release down again. Drop your hips. Utkatasana, chair pose, second time. Remember the weight's in the heels, relax your shoulders. Bring your hands down to heart center. Inhale to find more length. As you exhale, look right, twist right. Lock the elbow in the knee, gaze goes up over that right shoulder. Remember to keep the knees in a straight line here. Option to stay here, option to expand your arms out, go a little bit deeper into that twist. Release down, forward fold. Heel toe your feet out about a hip distance. Take your 2 peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift up to a flat back. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips, bend the elbows, bring your torso closer to your thighs, relaxing your head and neck down. Remembering to breathe here, we're not clenching the jaw. Release your toes. Heel toe your feet back together. Big toes touching, little space between the ankles. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, fold forward, release it down. Utkatasana, chair pose. Final time. Weight is in the heels. Bring your hands down to heart center. Inhale to find more length. As you exhale, look left, twist left. Gazes up over that left shoulder. Again, option to stay here, option to go a little bit deeper by expanding your arms. Release down, forward fold. Heel toe the feet back out again. This time, slide your palms, palm up, underneath of your feet. Weight's going to be more in the toes. You can bend the knees a whole lot or you can straighten them, yogi's choice. Relax the head and neck down again. Remembering to breathe, we're not clenching the jaw. Your hands. Heel toe the feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back again, plank pose. Drop your knees for modified chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or upward facing dog. Upward facing dog, the tops of the feet and the palms are on the mat were brought across the shoulders. Gazes forward. Flip over your feet, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, bring the right leg high. Step it through, drop the back foot flat, square your hips, engage your core, round up, warrior one. Really sparking through the fingertips here. Reach tall, relax the shoulders down. Release your hands down by your sides, interlace your fingers. Punch your fist down, lead with the chest, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Keeping the core engaged, ground down through the feet, round up. Spark through your fingertips again, warrior one, reach tall. Open up, warrior two, gazes forward. Reaching for both sides of the horizon here. Flip that front palm. Lean forward, reverse your warrior, high five the back horizon, gaze goes up. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat, framing that foot. Step back, plank pose. Chaturanga down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Flip over your feet, downward facing dog. Take a minute to check your alignment here. Inhale the left leg high. Step it through, warrior one. Spark through your fingertips, hips are square to the top of the mat. Relax the shoulders down. Release the hands by your side, interlace the fingers, punch the fist down, lead with the chest. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Ground down through your feet, engage the core. Round up. Spark through your fingertips again. Warrior one. Reach tall. Open it up. Warrior two. Gaze goes forward like you just threw a spear. Relax the shoulders down. Flip that front palm. Reverse your warrior. High five the back horizon. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, framing that foot, step back, plank pose. Go through your flow, modifying or intensifying however you need. This is your practice. Downward facing dog. Take a moment to check your alignment. We pedal out the knees a little bit. Shifting the weight to the left side. We're going to twist our dog again. The right hand's going to reach back for the left ankle. Remember, the gaze goes up under your armpit here. Release back to downward facing dog. Shifting your weight now to the right side. The left hand reaches back, twisting in the opposite direction. come back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high. Open up to half scorpion. Option to stay here, option to flip your dog. Come into wild thing, rainbow those hips up towards the sky. Listen carefully, spy your mat. Flip it back. That right leg's gonna go back up to the sky for three-legged dog. Bring your right knee to your left elbow. Hold here. Now kick it through. Both feet are gonna come flat on the mat. Rotate your hips up for broken triangle or falling star. Your gaze is up. Spy your mat, flip it back. That right leg's gonna go high. As you exhale, bring it down to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Again, checking your alignment here. We're gonna twist our dog. Right hand reaches back for the left ankle. Gaze goes up. Release back to downward facing dog, twisting our dog in the opposite direction. Once again, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Again, open up to half scorpion. Option to stay here, option to flip your dog. Go into wild thing. Really rainbow those hips high. Feel expansive across the chest. Spy your mat. Flip it back. Three-legged dog. Bring that left knee to your right elbow. Hold here. Now kick it through. Bring both feet flat to the mat. Open up to fallen star, broken triangle. Gaze goes up. Spy your mat. Flip back to three-legged dog. Release down. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Make sure that your knees are soft and your sit bones are high towards the sky. On the next inhale, bring the right leg high. Step it through, crescent lunge. All 10 toes face forward. Bring the arms to frame your face. Round up. Spark through your fingertips. Take a big breath in, find your balance here. As you exhale, open up, cactus your arms to angel wings, leading with the chest. Inhale the arms back up to the sky. As you exhale, twist open to the right, gaze goes back. Again, hold stability, finding balance here. Inhale the arms back up to the sky, gaze goes forward. Release the hands down to the mat, framing that front foot. Step back. Plank pose. Chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip over your feet. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Step it through. Crescent lunge. The back leg is strong like a tree trunk. Your heel stays lifted. Spark through your fingertips. Find your balance. Open up, angel wings. Lead with the chest, mini back bend here. Inhale the arms back up to the sky. And as you exhale, open up to the left side, twisting to the left, gaze goes back. Really feeling expansive across your chest as you twist. Find stability. Rotate your arms back up, face front. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Again, going through your flow, modifying or intensifying however you need to. Meeting me in a downward facing dog. Bend the knees deeply. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Drop your hips. Circle sweep the arms up. Upward salute. Release the hands down by your side. Tadasana. Find your Pada Bandha, your foot lock. Rock back and forth on your feet to find stability in your center of balance here. Moving into dancer's pose. The left arm is going to come out like you're holding a tray. You're going to grab for the left foot on the knife edge side. Align the knees here as you stand up tall. Hinge forward at the hips as the right hand goes out forward. You're going to kick into your hand in the foot. Holding steady here, finding your drishti gaze. Release down. Maybe wiggle it out a little bit. Again, finding your center of balance, your point of focus, something that's not going to move. Dancer's pose, second side. Release down, wiggle it out, and come down to tabletop. Again, checking your alignment when you get here. Begin to bring your knees together, tuck your toes, and sit back onto your heels. Feeling a nice stretch in the fascia on the bottom of the feet. Resting your hands on your knees, sitting up nice and tall. We stretch the fascia because often when we have hip and knee pains, it's related to the fascia on the bottom of our feet. Slowly begin to move back to a tabletop position. Thread the needle. Inhale the right arm high. Reach tall. Look up. As you exhale, thread it underneath of the left. Your left arm will extend straight out. Your cheek is going to come to the mat. Relax everything down here. Remember to breathe. Option to stay here, option to take the half bind. The left arm grabs for your opposite hip crease. Really rotating your shoulder up towards the sky, but still keeping your cheek on the mat here. Wherever you're at, release the left hand in front of your face and begin to push back up to tabletop. Moving in to thread the needle on the second side. If you took the half bind on the first side, make sure you take it on the second side. Remember, we're not clenching our jaw here. Release that right hand in front of your face. Push up to tabletop. Moving into half pigeon, begin to walk your hands a few inches in front of yourself. Bring the right knee to your right wrist. Let the shin bone lay down naturally. Walk the left leg straight out behind you, keeping the knee and the top of the foot on the mat here. Hips are also square. As you inhale, you find more length. Sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, move into sleeping pigeon. Begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Make little pillows with your fists. You can come down onto your forearms, or you can come all the way down. Yogi's choice. Slowly begin to push yourself back up. Bring your right hand on the mat directly in front of you and your face. Reach back with the left hand, grab the knife edge side of the left foot. Do a nice external rotation in your shoulder here for mermaid pose. If full extension of mermaid is in your practice, be my guest to take that now. Release your foot. Slowly begin to push yourself back into tabletop position. Checking your alignment here. Begin to walk your hands straight out in front of you for melting heart or puppy dog pose. The hips are going to stay directly above the knees. You're going to bring the chest as close to the mat as you can. As we inhale, we find more length. As we exhale, we try to draw the chest a little bit closer to the mat. Again, remembering to breathe here. We don't want to clench our jaw. You can rest your chin on the mat here or your forehead on the mat. Yogi's choice. Slowly push yourself down onto your belly, moving into locust pose. Your spine is going to stay in a neutral position. Tops of the feet and palms are on the mat down by your side. As we inhale, we're going to engage the core and lift everything up off of the mat, just a few inches. Holding steady here. Again, the spine is long, remember to breathe. As you release down, bring the left cheek to the mat. Take a few breaths here. Bring your neck back to a neutral position, and on the next inhale, engage your core, lift up again. Release down, opposite cheek to the mat. Bring your hands up underneath of your shoulders. Push back up to tabletop. Once you've checked your alignment, begin to walk your hands a little farther forward. Moving into half pigeon on the left side. Left knee comes to your left wrist, the right leg walks straight out behind you, keeping the hips square here. Inhale to find more length. As you exhale, fold forward to sleeping pigeon. To push yourself back up, the left hand goes on the mat in front of your face. Right arm reaches back to the knife edge side of the foot. Moving into mermaid on the second side. Release the foot, swing both legs around for staff pose. Maybe wiggle them out a little bit. Flex your toes in towards your nose. Really ground down through your sit bones and sit up nice and tall. Grow tall through the crown of your head. On your inhale, find more length. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. You can grab for your ankles, your shins, or your feet. Yogi's choice. Once you've reached your point of sensation, relax your head and neck down, taking some big deep breaths here. If it feels good, maybe pull yourself a little bit deeper into the stretch. On the next inhale, slowly begin to rise back up, sitting up nice and tall here. Keep the right leg stretched out. Bring the left foot to your left glute. Again, grounding down here through your sit bones. Sit up nice and tall, keeping the toes flexed in. As you inhale, find more length. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips again, reaching for your ankle, your shin, or the foot. Slowly begin to rise back up. Switch sides. Remember to ground down through your sit bones and only go as far forward as you feel comfortable. Release. Come back to staff pose. Wiggle the legs out. Come long ways on your mat, extending your legs out wide for seated wide-legged forward fold. Ground down through your sit bones. Flex your toes in. Keeping a flat back, walk your hands out in front of you, reaching for your ankles, your shins, or your feet. Once you've reached your point of sensation, relax your head and neck down again. If it feels good, maybe reach for your toes and try to pull yourself closer to the ground. Inhale, slowly begin to rise back up. Come to sit long ways on your mat again. Point your toes, bring your palms flat on the mat underneath of your sit bones, moving into fish pose. You're going to come down onto your forearms and your elbows. Lead with the chest towards the sky. Relax your head and neck back, feeling a nice opening across the collarbones here. Slowly come to lay flat on your back again. Release your hands out from underneath of you. Maybe wiggle it out. Bending at the knees, keeping the feet flat on the mat, moving into bridge pose. Scoot your sit bones as close to your heels as you can. When you reach down, you should be able to graze your heels with your fingertips. On your inhale, we're going to ground the pelvis down and up, bringing the thighs as parallel to the mat as we can. Option to stay here. Option to clasp your hands underneath of you and push up through your glutes a little bit further, pulling the shoulder blades down and back together. Really push those glutes up towards the sky here. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, release your hands. Slowly come down, one vertebrae at a time, no rush, massaging the spine as you go down. Setting up for bridge round 2. Inhale, rise up. If you took the clasp the first time, take the opposite finger on top this time. Really ground down through your feet here. Next exhale, release your hands. Slowly come down again, one vertebrae at a time. Step your feet out to the edges of the mat, arms out to a T. Wiper blade your legs from the left and to the right. Back to supine bent knees, setting up for waterfall pose. Align your hips in the hip sockets. Extend your legs up towards the sky. Flex your toes in towards your nose. Just letting gravity do the work here. You can have a slight bend in the knees if you need to. Engage the core. We're going to bring our feet up over our head for plow pose, keeping the spine in a neutral position. You can bring the hands to your small of your back for more support, or you can extend them straight out, yogi's choice. Don't worry if your toes don't touch the ground behind you. Just remember to breathe. Wherever you're at in your practice, bring in the hands to the small of your back, moving into shoulder stand. Begin to push your feet up towards the sky. On one long line of energy from our toes to our shoulders. Shoulder stand's awesome because it reverses the flow of lymph in the body, and this is great for immunity. It also helps bring fresh blood to the brain. Spread your feet wide, bend your knees, draw them down towards your face to frame it by the ears for deaf man's pose. Slowly with control, release your hands down and begin to lower down one vertebrae at a time, keeping the knees bent and bringing the feet to the mat last. No rush here. Begin to draw both knees in towards your chest, really massaging the internal organs here. Maybe rock back and forth from side to side if it feels good. Really squeeze everything in close towards your midline. Grab for the bottoms of your feet, moving into happy baby. Flatten your back into the mat as you're simultaneously pushing and pulling on the feet. If it feels good, maybe rock back and forth from side to side again, massaging the muscles of the spine. As you release, draw the knees in again. Bring everything in. One big deep breath, squeeze. And as you release, come into Shavasana. Heels come together, toes fall wide. Relax the shoulders down and away from your ears. Palms face up. Close your eyes. Relax the forehead and the jaw. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. Feel the arms fall heavy to the ground. Notice the rise and the fall of the belly with every breath that you take. Notice it beginning to slow down the more you become relaxed. Feel the hips fall heavy into the mat. Begin to relax your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles. Notice the feet as they fall heavy towards the floor. For the next few minutes, just let your mind be still and let your body absorb the practice we just did. Keeping the eyes closed, begin to bring awareness back into the body. Maybe wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Maybe turn your head from side to side. Now reach both arms overhead. Give me one big morning stretch from fingertips to toes, really feeling expansive all the way across your whole body. And whenever it feels good, rocking and rolling, front to back, side to side, coming up to an easy seat. No rush. Bringing your hands into Heart Center Namaskar, giving yourself a slight smile because you dedicated this time to yourself today. And remembering that when we start off our day with balance on the mat, we begin to bring balance into all aspects of our lives. Thank you for letting me guide you through your moving meditation today. Namaste.